I will be working for the City of Buda 10 years coming this September. I've been involved in local government for 30 years.
City Manager Kenneth Williams has spent his entire career serving the public. He remembers driving into Buda for the first time 10 years ago.
When I first came to Buda, I never thought I would stay in Buda for the period of time that I've been here. But when I came to interview, and my wife and I drove into town and we saw the city, and we instantly recognized that this was a place that had an excellent quality of life.
By the time Mr. Williams landed in Buda, he already had over 20 years of city government experience under his belt. He started in Lufkin, Texas as a code enforcement officer, but his career could have taken a very different turn.
I was almost tired as a fireman. And I wasn't, but I did get the other job, and I guess the rest is history. Well, I would have been really fortunate to become a fireman. I don't know if I would have become a city manager if I didn't get the other position.
He ultimately worked his way up the chain in the city of Lufkin.
I was promoted to a public works director and an emergency management coordinator, and I did that for approximately 8-9 years in the same organization. After a few years, I was promoted to an assistant city manager's position.
From there, he spent a few years in Diboll, Texas as city manager. Today, we are fortunate to have him in Buda.
The main role of a city manager is to manage the day-to-day operations of a city. And that's everything from what's getting the potholes filled to working with the things that City Council need. It's an all-encompassing job. It's a very fulfilling job and very rewarding. It can be difficult. It can be a high-risk, high-reward position, but one that I really like doing and appreciate it. And Buda has been very fortunate to have existing and past council members that's made the city successful. The city manager is hired by the city council. In our case in Buda, it consists of 7 members, which is 6 council members and the mayor. And they select a city manager and offer them an agreement and hire them, and you work for them for an undisclosed period of time. The role of a city manager is a 24/7 job, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're never off, you never know what's going to happen. I can be at home and I can get a call from the police chief that we have a major occurrence happening here and you have to go, or whatever the situation may be. You have to put in a lot of hours at the office and at home. The hard part of that is juggling your personal life and family life along with that 24/7 scenario. So you have to take time to spend with your family and with your wife and make sure that you're giving them the time and attention that they need.
During his time as city manager of Buda, Mr. Williams has seen a lot of change.
When we first got here, Main Street wasn't a 4-lane road all the way through. Robert S. Light wasn't built as far as the bridge. We were able to get money, grant funds from the federal government to build Robert S. Light Bridge, and likewise the intersection of Main and I-35. Of course, Main Street, it's a Main Street city now. When I got here, the city had gotten a grant for some downtown improvements, but the occupancy rate was low, and now every building downtown is filled, and we were getting new city facilities such as City Hall, Library, Public Safety Building, Parks Maintenance Building. So we've been able to improve those systems too.
While Mr. Williams could take a lot of the credit for the city's success, he is quick to point out that the employees are the reason Buda is what it is today.
The people responsible for the success of the city are the employees and the staff. And like any other city, that staff has expectation and aspirations in their careers and what they want to do. So in working with them, part of my job is for them to become the best department head that they can become, but also put them in a position to where they can be successful in the future.
Currently, Mr. Williams is the president-elect of the Texas City Management Association. Next year, he will be president of the association.
I'm excited and quite humbled to know that my peers around the state of Texas elected me to that position.
As for the future of Buda,
as I travel around the state, go to places, people know about Buda. They know about the quality of life in Buda. They know about the great location of Buda. So Buda, the sky's the limit for Buda.
And he is proud of the city's many accomplishments over the years.
It's great pride being able to see something, no matter where you go and when you come back, you're gonna know I was associated with that project. Like one day when I'm out at Buda and I come back and visit, I can ride down Main Street and say, hey, we did Main Street, and we did the drainage project, we built the municipal facility, we provided transportation for the elderly. So it's with great pride that you're able to look at the things that you've accomplished in conjunction with the great vision of our city council and the work of staff.